Let's talk about hobbies. Our first objective is to help you discuss a hobby in detail. A hobby is an activity that you do in your free time for fun, when you're not working or going to school. In this particular video, we are going to use photography as an example. The second objective is to help you share personal stories or anecdotes and express your opinions on these hobbies. So this video is going to be divided into 4 parts. The first part will deal with guided practice, where I will ask you questions and you will practice answering them. In the second part, we will go over keywords and phrases you can use when speaking to sound more like a native. In the third part, I will share with you tips and tricks if you plan to take the IELTS exam. And finally, in the fourth part, I will give you some free practice questions related to hobbies. So let's start. Imagine your hobby is photography. I'll say yellow, you say green. Hello, nice to meet you. Can you tell me about your hobbies or interests? That sounds interesting. How did you get into photography? Okay. Do you have any memorable experiences related to photography? That sounds like a great experience. How do you think your hobby of photography has influenced your life? Thank you for sharing. Okay, so in this part, we're going to do some shadowing so that you can check if your pronunciation is correct. So what that means is I will say green and you will say green with me at the same time. Hi, nice to meet you too. Well, one of my favorite hobbies is photography. I've always been fascinated by capturing moments and telling stories through pictures. Actually, it all started when I received a camera as a birthday gift from my parents when I was younger. I started taking photos of everything around me, from nature scenes to family gatherings. Yes, definitely. One of the most memorable experiences was when I went on a hiking trip with my friends. We reached the summit just before sunrise, and I captured some breathtaking shots of the sunrise over the mountains. It was a magical moment that I will never forget. Well, apart from being a creative outlet, photography has taught me to appreciate the beauty in everyday life and to see things from different perspectives. It has also allowed me to connect with people from different cultures and backgrounds through my photos. Thank you for the opportunity. It's been a pleasure sharing my hobby with you. Good job! Now, here are some key phrases you can use to sound more like a native. Well, actually, I've always been fascinated by. It all started when. It was a moment that I'll never forget. It's been a pleasure. Can you think of some example sentences using these phrases and expressions? Comment them down below. Now, here are some tips and tricks if you plan to take the IELTS. Number 1, make sure to stay calm. Remember to breathe. This is good for you to feel better and less stressed in the situation, but it's also helpful to make you seem more confident and comfortable compared to someone who is stressed out. Second, remember to talk slowly but maintain your rhythm. The slower you talk, the more time you have to gather your thoughts and the less likely you are to ramble. Third, make sure you use your body language. Smile politely and nod occasionally, even as the examiner is speaking. Make sure not to overdo this though. In the last part of this video, we are going to look at some practice questions on hobbies. If you are preparing for the IELTS, the speaking part 1 is about 4 to 5 minutes, and the examiner might ask you between 7 to 12 questions. If you feel confident, you should be able to give longer answers, but be careful about making your answers too long. If you would like one-on-one practice, comment down below and reach out. Okay, let's get into the questions. Remember that you can pause after each question and give yourself time to answer. Do you have any hobbies or interests? How long have you been interested in your hobbies? What do you enjoy most about your hobbies? Do you prefer indoor or outdoor hobbies? Have you tried any new hobbies recently? How do you find time for your hobbies in your daily life? Are there any hobbies you would like to try in the future? Have your hobbies changed over the years? Do you think it's important to have hobbies? Why or why not? How do your hobbies contribute to your overall well-being? Great job! Keep practicing this every day and stay tuned for the next video.